she was a good girl. She was always a good girl. Yeah. Yeah. She was always good. She behaved herself. Just like
That's
you're
just
going
because
to.
Grandpa doesn't remember.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, Emma, you're going to ask a question.
Next person, that's the grandpa.
Okay, go ahead, Ann.
Next. Grandpa. Next.
Yeah.
What was it like when you were a kid?
What was it like when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have any TV, no computers. We had radio everybody listened to, radio programs. Everybody went to the movies all the time. My daddy never had a car. We didn't have a telephone. And when I was a little boy, we had an icebox instead of a refrigerator. That was a long time ago. Yeah. And things were very different. What was my favorite thing to do? Oh, I think I liked to play ball when I was a little kid.
You stepped on me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to play ball.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Very good.
Okay?
Emily?
Go, David. David, my turn. No, it's my turn. My turn. Go, David.
Sarah?
It's my turn.
Everybody, just leave the candle alone.
My turn.
Go
No,
by
they're
yourself.
taking turns.
It's my
Sarah?
turn.
Doesn't look like you're taking turns.
Fine. Yours my. Yours is my turn. I get David. Go on, go. Go on. It's this.
Hey, Dad.
Go, it's your turn.
Coming out in a minute, okay? Want to come sit with
I want to go David. Go on, go.
Just ask him the next question.
David.
Right here.
Sarah, go. You and Emily go together. Sarah, if you want. Oh, David's turn.
Always had dogs and cats. Yeah, always had, not big, great big dogs, but little dogs. Always. We had, usually had cats and puppies, kittens, and all kinds of things around my house. We had chickens. We had, all kinds of things.
Cool, chickens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, when Grandpa first moved here, he used to have parakeets.
Yeah, we
Cool.
had parakeets
He
here.
had a whole bunch. How many, what'd you have, 40-something parakeets?
Yeah, we had them in the garage.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They have canaries at the flea market.
Sure, they lasted all winter.
Oh yeah, huge, like 4-foot-long cages full of parakeets.
Yeah,
How did you keep them warm?
I did.
He would snuggle up with them.
Sure.
No, but I thought...
That's why there's only 6 kids instead of 12.
Go, move, man, move. It's my turn.
Couple of wolf houses.
It's my turn. Okay, I'm your turn, too.
No, if you put them out January 1st, they wouldn't make it. But if you put them out in July and let them get used to the weather, they're all right.
I didn't know that.
Hello, that's...
Sometimes.
Hello.
Sometimes she was good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes she was good. Yeah. What was the worst thing she did? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I guess she would go out with some of her girlfriends sometimes and do things that she didn't tell me about, so I don't know.
I'll tell you about
Never
it.
mind. You wait.
I'll tell you about it, too.
No, it's not your turn to talk. Grandpa's turn.
Well, what did you
Grandpa
find
knows
out?
enough.
What did you find out about her?
Never
I
mind.
don't know.
That's
I
like
better
an
not say
other
right now.
interesting
Okay.
thing.
No problem.
Yeah, when I'm done. It's my turn, Sarah. I got the camera.
I get it after her.
No, Dave, remember?
Someone asked a question about me when I was...
Huh? So there's number Steve. I got it. Sarah, remember? Now you get to take turns, so now it's my turn.
We can't tell you.
You got
See
this
the video?
Yeah.
Emily got this
He
first.
wants to know how
Sarah,
if
you
were
you
good
had
kids.
to like
Stop arguing
5
about it,
hours.
Mom.
David, no.
Oh, she had like a 5 hour.
No. So what? So what? If you don't
Sarah?
you can have another turn.
What?
Don't worry about it.
It's your turn to ask again.
Sarah, we would like to videotape the people, not the trees, okay?
How did you end up at Mayflower Circle? Did you look at a lot of houses before?
Anybody want to ask another question?
No,
Sarah, it's my
This was
turn
the
now.
cheapest one.
I have to go
Sarah,
ask
come
another
Sarah,
question.
come here.
We couldn't afford very much.
I have to
Did
ask
you look in
another
other towns
question.
besides Holton?
Yeah, we looked at a place out on
I wanna
the
listen.
side of the mountain in Princeton. Way over right by Eagle Lake.
Yeah.
Echo Lake.
Echo Lake, right in there, right across the street from that. But we decided it was too far out.
Yeah. That's what happened when
Now
we
look
looked.
where you are.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that last part?
What's that?
Too far out.
Too far?
Too far up. You know, there was no other houses even around out there.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In those days, you know,
Yeah, but
you didn't even know if you could get out there in the wintertime.
That makes sense.
I kind of liked it, actually.
The one out in Princeton,
Well, it was, you know, very
especially
far
if you were teaching out there, but maybe you didn't want to live in the same town where you were teaching either.
Well, not particularly, but
Yes, then you live down the road from the Harrington Farm up there. So near the Westminster line, or, you know. But that is boondog, no question about it. There's no short distance to the store.
oh yeah, yeah.
Hey,
But the thing is, you know, I think the state took over all that land.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
You know, I don't know if we would have made any money out of it or not. We might have.
Oh, when they
Really?
had to sell it later on, yeah.
Right. They
Yeah,
took it
we're
by, I think,
talking
eminent domain.
Now, Sue, Sue, do you remember when the car was in the garage?
No.
A little before your time?
I remember dogs in the garage.
Oh,
Look, because when Beth and I were little, we used to use the garage for the car.
we can put the car in there.
There was a tennis ball hanging from the ceiling. You drove until that hit the windshield. That's how you know how far in to go.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's something
I
to
believe you.
do.
That sounds like something Daddy would do.
But the thing is, once you pulled in the garage, there was like hardly any room to get out of the car. So,
Oh yeah, it was very tight fit. So you only
Kind of
had a
like when
couple
Dad
of
backed
inches.
into the driveway and you were in the bushes and you wanted to get out.
Oh,
Oh, we
the
did
other-
that to you guys?
Oh, what? What are you talking about?
Get out. Oh, hi,
Must
Tree.
be habit, huh?
well, but the other thing, Dad, was in the wintertime, if you want to use the garage, you got to shovel 90 feet of driveway. So.
Exactly. Yeah, good thing I got somebody to shovel 250 feet of driveway.
Yeah.
Daddy, when you moved into the house, what did you like most about it when you first moved in? What attracted you to it?
It was our house. It was,
But
you
there
know.
must have been like something like you're looking for now. There's certain qualities.
Yeah, well, when we looked for that house, I think there were like 3 pieces of property for sale the whole 3 houses. So what we had to do was, you know, you didn't have a choice of 5 or 6.
Hi, David.
You had took whatever was available. And this
Kind of
was
like
available.
it is now.
Yeah, the market was extremely tight.
So how many kids did you have when you bought the house?
now, you asked me what attracted me to the house. It's a beautiful birch tree in the front. Beautiful birch tree in the front.
5, yeah.
After me.
Just 2 of us, me and Beth.
2, that's right. 2 only.
There was a great big like poplar tree on the end of the driveway. That you probably don't remember. Do you remember that? Right at the end of the driveway was a great big like poplar tree, I think it was. And then when we cut it down, it was like the stump. We had a big bunch of flowers on there for a long time, and a big barrel thing.
Well, somebody, they decorated the front lawn with a poplar tree and a pine tree right in the middle of it. I don't know who did that.
Did you pick Holden, Daddy?
Yeah,
Did you want to be in Holden?
Yeah. I was working in Princeton anyway, so I figured it was all right.
Go ahead, sure, go ahead.
Grandpa,
Yeah.
what grade did you teach?
Oh, I spent most of the time in grade 6. Spent sometimes with 4 and 5, and I spent some time with 7 and 8. So anywhere from 4 to 8.
What did you like? Which grade did you like the best?
I used to like 6, but and then I dropped
Until I
down.
came along.
Yeah. Kevin had to screw things up. Other than that, no. The kids kept getting older and older, younger and younger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
finally I
true.
went dropped down to 4.
Yeah. So
They were
4th
okay.
grade was the same thing as 6th grade used to be, right?
Yeah. When you get into junior high, forget it.
You didn't enjoy the junior high years?
What? With that? Oh, Auntie Amy, I guess she was good sometimes. Sometimes.
Except for the time she cut Auntie Susan's Barbie's hair.
Oh, yeah, she did
Hey,
that.
Dave, you and him,
Yeah.
gotta go.
Amy was always driving around town in somebody's car.
Yeah.
She was about 14.
Yeah.
That was my car.
Uh-oh.
Not then it was.
Yeah.
Sarah, please
What?
make sure that you videotape the people and not the trees, okay?
Okay. I have to move the chair. I have to move the chair.
How did you get interested in wolfhounds?
Hey, yeah, you
How did I get interested in wolfhounds? I decided that I would like to have a nice dog here. So I went and got all the books I could find on dogs, and I read about every single one of them. Eliminated the ones that I didn't have any interest in at all, and then finally got down to wolfhounds.
Who was the runner-up?
Yeah, I want to know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I looked at, what did we look
Chihuahua.
at? Well, we looked at mastiffs,
Alien?
maybe,
A mastiff?
yeah, bull mastiffs.
So you wanted something large.
Yeah, we wanted something large. I wanted something large, but something that would behave itself.
Emily, want to get on video? Go with Grandpa and Karen.
I
I
said,
want
how
to
did we
be.
end up with
Oh,
Clancy?
he's behaved okay. He's not bad.
Says I put water to that week.
Okay.
He's good most
Come on.
of the time. Oh, man. Yeah, she's so
You steal it, she just wait.
Oh, she loves spaghetti.
Oh, ask Grandpa who missed it.
Misty was the first wolfhound we got. And we had her flown in from Ireland. I went down to the
Are you
airport
gonna
and
leave
picked her up.
soon?
She came from Ireland. Clancy only came from Arizona. He had a relatively short trip. Misty was just a little bit of a thing when she came.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, well, Clancy was like 15 pounds. I don't think Misty was even anywhere near that.
She was a small wolfhound anyways, wasn't she?
Relatively, yeah.
Until she started eating and eating.
Oh, yeah.
Like as she was older, she got fat, but
Yeah.
kind of like Wiggles.
Oh, yeah.
No, not like
See? Yeah.
No, I think Misty weighed less than Wiggles.
Yeah.
We don't have any skinny animals. I can't understand that.
I know, huh? Funny.
What year was
Sarah.
Sarah.
Was I born? Oh, my goodness. Way back in the Stone Ages, 1934. Yeah. That's a long time ago.
Were you born yet?
Oh, not hardly. Not many people were.
Not many people were.
Where did you live when you were born?
We lived on Honeywell Road.
Oh, you did?
Well, at first we lived on Millbrook Street until I was
Yeah, because I was gonna say I thought you were nine
7 years old.
Seven?
Yeah, and we moved to Honeywell Road.
But Millbrook Street before then?
Millbrook Street, yes. Almost 3A Millbrook Street, not far from West Boylston Street.
Was that an
Sarah,
apartment?
sit down, wait
Yes,
for me.
it was.
Emily, careful!
Fine, sit and wait for
It
me.
was the second floor of a two-family house.
Oh,
We
yeah.
only had 4 rooms.
Wow.
So did,
Small
did,
place.
did you change schools then when you moved to Honeywell Road?
Yeah, we went to Bronco.
But do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, sure. We went to.
Remember
Am I
that well?
supposed to say?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because I went to West Boylston, grade 1, 2. West Boylston Street. That school was all gone. And then grade 3, I went to Bronco. Yes.
Was Thomas and Janet,
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison alive when you were little?
No, he was not.
No, but Abraham Lincoln was.
Yeah. You knew him, didn't you? No, Thomas Edison, no. I think he died in the 1920s, unless I'm mistaken.
What kind of odd jobs did you do as a teenager before you started teaching?
As a teenager, let me see. I used to caddy all the time.
Oh, at Worcester Country Club?
Where's the country club? Yeah.
Oh, that's not far from you.
No, and you made big money.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the old Worcester Country Club?
Oh, what's the country club? 18 holes, paid 90 cents.
That's what the Lincoln Plaza is now, right?
Yeah.
Well,
And if you're real good, the guy might give you a nickel. Not many of them did, though. Imagine that, 5 cents a hole.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I worked for a grocery store for a lot of years. Bagging, shelving, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
That was the first national down on
Oh my God.
Boylston Street. They did
Oh
a huge
my
business.
Is that
God.
over where Fortin's is now or not?
Oh
No,
my
it's way down by, I think it's a car rental place in there or something right now.
But would you take a bus and walk over?
We take the bus after school. And I worked, I think it was
Oh
31,
my
32
God.
hours a week after school.
Now when your dad,
If Uncle Joey was running around naked.
Uncle Joey
You told us that story.
running around
Is it true
naked?
Uncle Joey was running around naked?
One time,
No, I have a feeling that we all ran around naked at one point in
We had
time.
just taken off his clothes and he took off out the front door.
I wouldn't be surprised. I hope Uncle Joey got clothes on today. Yeah.
What was your first thought when Mommy told you that Uncle Joey was going to be born? You were going to have another child.
Why would you ask that at Joey?
No, it's not Joey because you didn't know Joey, but just the fact that like all this time later.
How about at Amy?
Yeah, I know. Huh?
I was thinking of Sue, actually.
No, they saw me and they thought they could
At
make
that
more.
point, there weren't too many surprises.
Yeah, I know. Huh? I suppose.
Was it the attitude, I better get another job?
Yeah, yeah.
They've long since stopped giving away any baby stuff. We'll be needing this later.
Yeah, really.
Joe was just a little better than
I know. He was tiny, wasn't he?
Yeah, a little
3
more.
pounds.
I was dog hunting in those days, and there was a guy that was raising the dogs for a program on Walt Disney.
Oh.
So I wrote him a couple of letters, and one day I got a phone call at the school, and he said, hey, I'm coming through your area, I got a puppy, you can have it if you want it. I don't know, it was $25, whatever it was. He said, I'll drop it off this afternoon.
Wow.
No,
Hungarian Kubas.
Kubas. So I said, oh, okay. It's a white dog.
Pure
Pure white.
was nasty.
Yeah. You think Clancy hangs on me. This guy, he watched me every move I made. If I put a newspaper down, you couldn't pick up that newspaper.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was my newspaper. Nobody else was supposed to have it.
So they were territorial and only.
Oh yeah.
So one day when my his mother was babysitting us, she picked up something that belonged to him. The dog had her cornered until they came back.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, the dog chewed it up.
I said, well, chew it up. I don't care.
Oh no, maybe that's what it was. He
Yeah.
decided to chew the slipper. She was going to take it away, but like no way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And Grandma wasn't shy around dogs. Do you know what I mean?
They always
Like,
had dogs growing up.
Well, one night I went to bed, and Mishka went in the doorway and wouldn't let your mother in the room.
It's funny now.
Not tonight, Ann.
Who named the dog?
Jimmy?
Who named that dog?
I don't know if that was his name or not. It was Michael in Hungarian.
Well, Mishka in Russian is bear.
Yeah, well, this is Michael it was supposed to be.
Well, is that too?
So how long did we have him?
Not long.
No, I don't know what we had.
Not long after the grandma incident.
It got to the point where I couldn't trust him.
No. No.
Shoe?
So I'm sorry, how long did we have him?
Well, we maybe had him a year or so, not too long. He became quite dangerous. There used to be a guy down in the street. We also had a little black and white dog at the same time, Penny.
Was that Penny? I remember Penny.
Oh, I didn't know we had Penny at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget the day she got hit by
I
the
think
car.
it was, what?
I'll never forget the day she was hit by the car.
Oh, yeah.
Penny, when I was riding, me and Bob were riding bikes around up the top of the hill.
Yeah, one of the Burke kids, I think, hit her.
Yeah, they did.
See,
They were
now I
flying around the
remember
corner.
Dolly getting hit by the car.
Yeah.
Remember Dolly? We didn't have her that long.
I don't remember Dolly too much, but a little
Dolly
bit.
was a dumb dog.
Was Dolly the one that
Every
jumped
dog's
through
a
the
dumb
window,
dog,
or was that
no.
Polly?
No.
I don't remember.
Polly and Dolly were both stupid.
You know what's funny though? We never had a lot of cats.
We had
No,
cats,
it's true.
but-
No, we had some,
Brought one
but
home.
Yeah,
Mommy
Oh,
didn't like
Dad.
cats.
yeah, we had cats. We
So that's where I
always
get
had
it.
So, Daddy, what's your
Right there.
favorite Beth story?
My favorite Beth story?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sure there are many. You must be hard to
Yeah,
Yeah, to
choose.
pick just one, it's really.
Just
Oh,
probably too
I
hard.
don't know if I have a favorite one or not. So many stories. Yeah.
I'm sure it would revolve around a dog show.
Oh,
Yeah. I won best in show that time, remember?
yeah. No, the kids used to show the dogs.
Yeah, I remember.
like we had a choice.
She sells a few of those arm patches, don't she?
Well, I remember Beth took one of the wolfhounds. I don't know if it was Teeny, maybe. Was it Teeny?
Teeny I took most of the time, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, you took her all through Sturbridge Village. On a league that was like this here.
Yeah, those kids.
We'd like welcome back Cotter.
Only if
or
you
whatever
cleaned up-
Beth wanted to watch.
Only if you cleaned up your allotted 20 items or
We'd
whatever.
clean up and then we'd do exercise in the living room.
Yeah.
Do
And we had
bicycle
to do our
pajamas.
exercises.
Yeah, she used to make us clean when you went bowling.
What a great
Everybody
child she
would
was.
have a
Look,
fun.
Mom, I
And
cleaned the house while you're
Then,
gone.
if we were lucky and it was vacation, you get to go and roll one ball at the end.
You sit and watch people bowl for 4 hours. All right, have a turn, let's go.
It's only 11 o'clock, you've been sitting there falling asleep.
Yeah, now you're happy.
Susan think, oh, Steve goes bowling, comes home, the house is clean.
That's right.
That's right.
Too bad he doesn't bowl.
Now
Maybe he'll
Todd's
take
gonna
it
be
up after
bowling
he
a lot.
listens to us.
Yeah.
Todd's gonna want to go bowling.
Oh,
Hey there.
It's too hot.
oh, yeah.
I think Beth got put in charge when she was about 7.
Yeah.
I could handle it.
That's right.
That's what I do for a living now. I don't think it's any coincidence. This is what I'm doing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Grandpa, what was the biggest mess the children made?
Oh,
I think it was Bobby.
What? The biggest mess we had, the children didn't make.
The
We had
dogs.
some guests that made a mess.
Oh, I remember that.
We had,
Forgot to jiggle that.
the grandmother had some friends that came. They came from Germany. They wanted to visit with us. They said, could we stay with us? I said, there's not much room. We don't mind.
Watch this.
No, I like when I used to paint on cuts on their hands.
And there were Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I'll never forget when your rabbit died and Mommy and Daddy were gone and I'm like, it's stiff and it's cold. What am I supposed to do now?
What about the time Joey had red ants in his diaper?
Ew! No, I don't remember that.
He kept scratching and you said, oh, he must need a new diaper, and he had red ants all over his penis.
Ew!
Name.
Oh, okay.
Because it was so bad.
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
You care about it?
Okay. You want me to get it?
No.
Oh, all right.
It's not us, so can't be
Yeah.
important.
Yeah,
I'll leave a message.
yeah.
So when we were younger, we'd go to Nana's house, and the only thing to do for fun was to get on a cardboard box and slide down the back hill. It was like,
Yeah.
You know what? The only thing I really
She used to
remember
always
about
let us
Nanny
take out our pots and
was that
pans.
3-foot doll she had.
oh yeah.
That was really kind of weird. She kind of freaked me out a little.
I remember rolling down the hill at Grandma's house. All the puppies where there was like a little pen for them.
What, the whelping
In
box?
the house.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a few puppies around here.
Puppies were better than when Wig had those puppies. He yelped the entire night, all night long.
How do you know how bad wolfhound puppies were?
No, because
Can I watch the video?
Wiggle puppies? Yeah, I don't know why I don't remember. Oh my God, they would do this obnoxious.
Too. In the closet when your room was your room now.
Also, the dogs would have a place to walk and have to go.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
well, we were selling the house then too, and I gave the people an opportunity to walk all through the yard.
Yeah, like people really.
Doing the dishes.
You must have done a lot of cleaning.
I know, she did.
Oh yeah.
The worst was when Sue poured coffee grounds in my basketball sneakers.
On purpose?
Probably when you did the Barbie thing.
No.
You girls fought worse than anyone I have ever
Because you didn't
I
take
used to
any
have
crap
pinch
from
marks.
Marie.
No, they were
Because
like.
you threw Anne Marie
they were
around.
very- My girls were
Pinch
vicious.
marks.
Yeah, they were. Girls were. Still, when they were teenagers,
Okay, what were you like then,
Lisa
Auntie?
threw and a dish at her sister, and it was a square. It was a heavy, like crystal.
How much age difference is there?
A year and a half.
Oh.
And she just
That
winged
explains
it
it.
at her. It hit her in the head and stuff.
Oh my God.
What did you
Oh,
get a picture?
gross.
Did you get a picture?
I got a call at work. You better come home, Ma. Oh, what's the
There's a
matter?
ditch in my head.
Oh, there's the dish sticking out.
Oh my God.
Did she need stitches?
Yeah, she had
No,
stitches.
she doesn't even
How
need
do you
piece of
explain
head.
that one, Karen, when you got to the doctor? Well, you see.
Wow.
It's like the time I borrowed an outfit of Anne Marie's and she didn't want me to. So I walked down the hill. I came in. I was going to change in the garage before I came in, but she stopped me walking in front of the house.
Well, then there was the time we were mad at Reen. We put $5 in her jar that she did the paper.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then she found it like when she was getting rid of it.
Yeah, when
all-
you used to do the bottled water with the Coke and you covered like
Oh,
a Coke
yeah.
bottle with the words and all
we
that.
put her money in there. So when she took it out, it was blue.
Liam,
What were you asking?
What were you like then?
Yeah,
Was I like-
if we were so
because
bad.
if they were so bad, what were you like?
I was
Worse.
very responsible. I was trying to teach them how to behave. You know, I was trying to get everybody to behave.
Because
I
Ian, you know what she used to do
She
to
used to
us?
lock us in the bathroom and give us lessons. Okay, now, don't come out.
How wonderful they turned out.
The one time she taught me how to do a tampon, it was floating in Eagle Lake.
No, you just didn't listen.
I'm like, ah, but Beth, there it goes.
She was outside the bathroom door for me because I wanted to go swimming. She's like, all right.
I don't know what the stupidest time was.
Wait, I have one question.
Probably before you went to school, right?
I have a
Go ahead.
question to say to Grandpa.
Go ahead.
Pick up the soda, honey. You dropped
No, let her ask her question.
Grandpa, what was the stupidest time of your life?
Oh, I don't know what the stupidest time of my life was. Maybe when I was in the Army. We did a lot of stupid things. Yeah.
Did you know
Those
Grandpa
are
was in the
stories we
Army?
want to hear.
Yeah.
Did you know he was a soldier? He really was.
Oh, yeah.
What is
Yeah, no one really talks much about the Korean War.
No.
They really don't. I mean, all these other wars you hear about all the time.
Yeah, well, that was after the Korean War, too.
Oh, you were in after, not during?
Oh, yeah, I was in Korea after the war.
But you're still considered a veteran, though, right?
When
Oh, yeah.
was
I
the
mean,
Korean
because of
War?
whatever the time was.
All right, Rachel.
Yeah.
That was
No.
I know because I'm going.
Sarah, listen, I
Good
want to hear
question.
about this. Grandpa's
when
going to tell us about
Dave-
being in the Army.
Dave yesterday
Oh,
said.
I got in the Army just before the cutoff date.
Dave says,
And then there was a cutoff date, and after that, you didn't get the GI Bill.
Right, right.
Because, you know,
fine, and tells him like,
I think that
teach
they
everything. You gotta tell like the whole thing. about
reinstituted
really
it
what the bike
later
is.
on.
Was that any incentive for you to enlist or not really at the time?
Well, at the time, you know, it really didn't seem like a great deal, you know how you are when you're a kid.
Sure, right.
Did you get
But then you realize afterwards it paid off.
Oh, sure, right.
I know that, but
I mean,
you
because
know,
I went to school for 4
I know
years,
that too,
and
but I
$110 a
Not
month
really
they
the
gave me.
details. I just kind of know.
Now,
Pay
did
everything.
did your parents encourage you to be in the military or not necessarily? Or?
Grandpa's like, it's the army or the door.
I got a deal for you.
Yeah, we
You know,
tried to
when
do
I
that.
was a
The
kid,
Army wants
a
you.
lot of kids went
I tried
into
to do
different
that to Joe.
Sure.
Yeah.
service.
Yeah,
Right.
that was kind of the thing to do
Sure.
at that point.
Right out of high school, they would, you know, a lot of them wouldn't go to college. They go to high school. I go into different branches.
Mhm.
So almost all my friends ended up somewhere.
Yeah. So what was it your choice to be in the Army? I assume you enlisted.
Well, I
right?
had a friend of mine who wanted to go in the Army. Who was in the Army. Okay.
So the two of you went together?
Yeah.
Did you end up in boot camp together then?
Oh, yeah, we went through together.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. And we went down there. The drill sergeant said, we'll make combat engineers out of you. What's that? Oh, well, combat engineer, you build things and you ride around in trucks.
That sounds
Oh,
cool.
that sounds pretty good.
course
That's
it
a
sounds-
lot. Yeah, that's pretty, we find out. I think they have one truck for I don't know how many guys. We didn't see it very often. The things you built were holes in the ground. So I got out of that after a while. I didn't like that outfit.
No, did you have any say in going to Korea, or was that kind of
No, they kind of shipped you where you went.
you kind of guess what? You're going overseas.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get to see the world.
Yeah. A lot of the outfit, when I got out of the combat engineers, a lot of them went to Germany. And a bunch of guys, after that I went to the MPs for a while.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to Korea.
And how were you in 6 months in Korea?
I was in
I know,
Korea
she knows I'm not you.
16,
I'm
17
sorry.
months.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I
Tour Authority
won't-
was about 16
I
months.
was thought you might ache it, but that's all right. I know.
So you get all the best of the weather, huh? The hot summers, the cold winters,
Oh,
everything.
yeah. It's not a very pleasant place. You go through the villages and they got one well. Everybody's drinking out of that one well. And they're all running around with surgical face masks on because the dust on the truck goes through it.
Wow.
It was a great place. Most of them in those days weren't very healthy because they didn't have much decent food or housing.
But it wasn't a career track for you, huh?
No. There were too many idiots. Complete
So we went
idiots.
into teaching.
I got to deal with administrators. Right?
Yeah. But I mean, in those days, they had a lot of guys with IQs in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. And if you were in long enough, you were going to make sergeant. You know, and the sergeant was going to be in charge of a few guys.
Yeah.
And if you happen to be unlucky enough to have some sergeant with an IQ of 70, you're in deep trouble.
No, that's right.
Because I remember one time we had a sergeant, he wanted to add 74 and 4. He used 2 sheets of paper and missed by 1. He came out with 77. He had numbers all over the place.
Jeez, huh?
But he found his niche in life, you know, he was happy.
Daddy was telling me the story one time when they did machine gun. And it took them like 3 days, take it apart, put it together. I don't get it. You know?
Grandpa, were you written down in the lottery?
Was I what?
Written down in the lottery for that?
I don't understand.
Oh, you mean for Vietnam when people got...
Oh, sorry, I thought it was...
No, you mean when people got drafted?
Yeah.
Well, Grandpa didn't get drafted. He signed up, but there were
joined.
people getting drafted.
Yeah, people were getting drafted when I joined. Yeah, and so there was a lot of guys in there that were getting drafted.
Didn't want to be there.
Yeah, or they didn't want to be there. But you had some satisfaction knowing that, well, I volunteered for this. And if somebody said you had to do it, it would have made it worse.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny how that's true in a lot of things.
Yeah.
If it's your decision, you know, even if you know you have to make that decision.
You made it, you got to live with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a lot
If you got
different.
drafted, you were in for 2 years. If you joined, you were in for 3, at least.
Dad, how did you meet Mommy?
How did I meet Mommy? Mommy was on a double date. I was with a different girl and she was with a different guy.
It wasn't his name Paul.
I don't remember what his name
I think
was.
it was.
Matter of fact.
So you
then
just
I
hit it
called-
off?
What?
Did you just hit it off at the date?
She was just
Oh,
drawn
yes, I
to
called
him.
her and a while later I said, would you like to go out? She said, yeah, so we did.
Did you have, where did you go on dates? What kind of dates did you take her on?
Wasn't far.
Bowling?
No, I was going to school and I didn't have any money. Nobody had any money.
Scenic Lake Shirley.
Well, I had $110 a month, and you had to pay your tuition out of that. My tuition was very expensive. It was $50 a semester. And everybody yelled because they raised it to $100 a semester.
So what kinds of things did you do with her?
Oh, we went swimming, and we went to the movies, and we went, different places. We
Did you
might
ever
go
hear
to
the
a couple
convertible
ball
story?
games.
And they were on their way to camp, and Mommy like threw a cigarette out the window, and because it was a convertible, ended up in the back seat and started a fire with a bathing cap. You never heard that story?
Oh no, she had her bathing suit on, and she had all her other stuff in the towel in the back seat. And she threw the cigarette out and went and landed in the paper towel. And so she opened it up and burned a hole in the towel. And the next thing I know, out comes her pants in a big hole in the face.
Oh,
Uh,
So how did
Yeah,
you
that's
propose to her?
oh, I don't even remember all that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huh? Go ahead.
Did you ever go on What was your favorite class
What was my favorite class?
You mean to teach, or when he was in school as a student?
in school?
Oh, I like physical education, I think.
No.
Yes,
What
yes, yes, I
What
did.
grade did you like being?
Oh, what
Oh,
grade?
Oh, what grade? Oh, I don't know.
What was your favorite grade?
I don't know which grade. I don't think I had really a favorite grade.
No?
So you were the
No.
first person in your family to go to college?
Yeah,
I imagine on your mother and your father's side, huh?
yeah.
Well, that's
My
kind
mother went to grade school. I don't think she ever went to high school. My father went to grade school. I think he took some courses after that, and that was about it. But
So-
in those days, a lot of people didn't. They got out of school and they went to work. Had no choice. Everybody had to work to make ends meet. And I guess Carl and Harvey were perhaps the first ones to go to
Oh,
college.
that's true. They were a year or two ahead of you.
Yeah, when they came back after World War II.
Great.
Because most of the people in the family just went to work when they got old enough to go.
So did they have a party or anything when you got out of college? Did they have like a thing at the house or whatever? I mean, to me, I would think that'd be a big deal.
Yeah. It was, I don't think it was anything too outstanding. You know. I didn't look at it as major achievement.
Well, I think it's kind of. I mean, when you think that nobody else in your family other
Yeah,
than
nobody had done
your
that,
cousins. I mean, that's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah. I think it's a little more difficult when your parents haven't gone because they it's harder for them to guide you through the process.
Yeah, and there's less motivation when it's like, look, nobody else went to college. They do okay.
Yeah.
They got a job.
Yeah. But I worked in the industry a couple of summers, and that convinced me that I want to do that the rest of my life. Some of the guys would stand next to the same machine for 40 years and make the same thing.
So when you were in the service, did you know you wanted to be a teacher?
Not really. I knew I wanted to get out of the service, and that was one way to do it.
It's like, I love kids. I want to have a ton and be around them all day.
Well, no, I had taken a couple of entrance examinations. One of them was for Worcester State before I had gone into service, back in high school. And that was still on record, so that was
Oh, that's
good.
kind of neat.
So I could get in.
I still want to mummy to smoke
A
Karen,
lot of my
Susan,
friends went there anyway.
Susan was joking that whatever grade she was in, that seemed to her that was a grade that Dad taught because he'd come home. I dealt with fourth graders all day. I don't want to, I want you to behave today.
Remember that? What?
Oh.
Oh, sometimes you need a few minutes to cool down after you get off.
No, because when you went from Thomas Prince to the junior high is when I went into junior high.
Lucky you.
Finally, I was going to get away from this. And then when I went to Riverside, when you took the 8th graders to Riverside, Lori Longbottom came running over to me like she was going to be my new best friend. And isn't it nice that Mr. Becker brought his daughter? And
Me?
No, the
I
other
remember
Mr.
one
Becker.
time, Betty had a friend. Well, she was like 5th grade.
What's that?
Go ahead, Beth.
All
Bye.
right, now, go ahead.
Bye, Auntie.
Bye, Auntie.
No, all right, no, don't worry. You can see this later. She had a friend who was in 5th grade, whose mother, I guess, had been divorced or something, was dating a number of different guys. So it was very important in their lives that she have a boyfriend and the daughter have a boyfriend at the same time. Now, the daughter was like 5th grade, so she was always after Beth. I got a date, and I'm going, this guy likes me, and this guy likes me. And Beth said, what do I do? I don't know. I don't want any boyfriends. I was teaching 6th grade that. I said, come on, Beth, go up to the hamburger stand up there, McDonald's, I'll buy you a hamburger. Now, you go to school tomorrow, and you tell the girl that you were with, you had a date. The guy you were with was from the 6th grade. He's the biggest guy there, and you had a terrific time. So she went, she told the kid this, and she said, I had no problems after that, Dad. She didn't ask me how my
Karen, did I tell you the story about how Dad wrote my English paper for me in high school?
from Mr. Perry, this is a wicked
No,
good
this
one.
is the high school part. I had this teacher like for freshman year of high school who was horrible. And all she did was like look at the name on the top of the paper and write a grade down. She really didn't care what you wrote. And I tried to tell my parents, I'm going, it doesn't matter what I write.
And
I'm
they're
still
like,
gonna
"You're
get
right."
I'm still gonna get like C- or D+. And of course they're going, oh no. So I got this read like Old Man in the Sea. I get it back and it's like D+. I said, see, I don't even think she read it. So Dad read the novel, wrote this paper. I didn't even understand the words. I rewrote it in my own handwriting, passed it in, and got like a B-. And Dad's going, that's it. I'm going. Said, see, she doesn't even read them.
Well, that's one of my Judy Hunt stories in school. I think I told you that she asked everybody to do a report on science every grade.
Oh, jeez.
Now, Barbara Gibson down the street here had the reputation of being extra neat. Everything was done perfectly and so forth. So Barbara handed her the paper, and Judy said to her, Barbara, that's an outstanding paper. You did tremendous work. It's really fantastic. So I said to her later, Barbara, can I borrow your paper? She said, sure. So I erased her name, put my name on top, and I said, Judy, here's my paper. She looked it over and said, that's not very good, She said, that's really not as good as Barbara's. But Barbara always does good work, and your work isn't as good as hers. I said, okay. So the next day I said, Judy, the paper that you told me wasn't as good as Barbara's? I said, that was Barbara's paper. I put my name on it.
Daddy.
She didn't know what to do.
That's awesome.
But she was an idiot. That's why I did that.
Otherwise, he would never have done a
That's
thing
right.
like that.
Was
But
Judy
it did me to her forever.
was Judy responsible for the junior high move?
Yeah, I think so.
She was in charge of those years, huh?
Yeah, we get one.
If we got a great job for you, you can go up with the junior
Bye
high and
now.
see like 2 other teachers all day long.
It's cooling up a little bit now.
I know, it's neat, huh? They're nesting.
Who's nesting?
The birds
What
in the
about
nest.
your neighbors here, Daddy?
My neighbors
You've been
here,
through many neighbors since you've been here.
we get
so
along
many years.
fine with all of them except for Martin's over here. The guy was an alcoholic. He was always drinking. Whenever he drank, he was very difficult to get along with. They were very, very nice during the summertime because I had the pool up. And their son would be sitting in the pool all day long, floating around, bobbing. Oh, boy, that was terrific. As soon as the pool came down, the leaves fell. Wow, what a bunch of jerks live over there. You know, they're making noise and that.
We had a lot of friends during pool time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did.
Of course,
If you want to come in and swim, go ahead, behave yourself.
Didn't help that I broke their window and threw a rock at their front door.
But was it Great Chris's dogs that ate the chickens?
That wasn't Norton's chickens. That was
Oh, Samson's chickens.
no.
Those are your favorite neighbors.
That wasn't Samson. That was
eat the neighbors.
Oh yeah, the people before that.
What was their
With those
name?
two little girls.
Maria.
Yeah, some
Marina,
Italian name.
Marina
Marani
and
or something like that.
Morani.
Marani.
Marani, something like that. We got along with them fine.
Yeah, they were all right.
I think Cindy Sampson
We
was
also had
Beth's
the neighbor's
favorite
cat that got in the yard one time once, across the street.
No,
So,
Dick Penny was her favorite.
The neighbor's cat came over and got eaten. That was nasty.
wow.
I think I was away that time. I might have been at camp or something. Because I came
Nerd
home,
camp.
Mommy's like, nerd camp.
Oh, that was Selma's cat, though.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we felt bad, but
And
Well-
she didn't hold the dog responsible.
Well,
understood.
no, the dogs were in the backyard like Clancy, and
Yeah,
the
she
cat came in
definitely
the yard, and the
wins
dog ran
neighbor
over
of
to say
the-
hello to the cat, and the cat reached out and scratched them.
that was it.
That was it.
I remember you probably still have a scar on your calf from that.
Oh, well, I'm trying to get the cat and the
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, I'm grabbing the cat away from the dog, and the cat's biting me on the leg at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, I remember how you had pretty bad cuts on your legs from that time.
But there was nothing we could do, you know. It was just a natural reaction. The cat
Right.
responded to being scratched because he had a couple of big gouges on his nose.
Yeah,
And I mean, if it had been in her yard, it would have been a different story. But
yeah.
Karen, the neighbors that we didn't get along with next door. I mean, we were trimming the lilacs one time, going way down in the woods and throwing the stuff in the woods. The guy came over and said, you know, you're throwing it in the woods on my side. You know, and it's way down in the woods.
oh, yeah,
It's
he was
like,
a jerk.
He used to sit on a little pail upside down and cut his grass under his fence with scissors.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Okay, that says it all.
Yeah.
He was.
oh, they
That
gave
pretty
new.
much sums it up.
He gave new word to anal retentive. It was scary.
It's kind of like Jack Spratt and his wife. Like he was a tall, skinny guy, and she was short and very round. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, she was very loud, too, like the lady
Yeah.
across the street almost.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard her a little while ago
Yes,
sitting
I know.
here. I don't remember ever hearing her before.
oh.
Could hear her loud and clear.
Yeah.
But I think they had like a white fence, and I think they painted it about 12 times a summer. You know,
Yeah.
everything had to be just absolutely perfect. And the people that moved in after them could care less.
Oh, yeah.
When do you remember when did Blooms move in?
He just died not long ago. Sorry,
No,
John Norton. Did you
yeah.
see that?
Yeah. I can't never cared for that man. I thought he was an
No.
awful jerk.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the only neighbor I ever got along with. Yeah.
I remember when Betty and Richie moved in. I thought Betty was my age. I was psyched.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Then come to find out she wasn't. She was a lot older, but she just
Yeah.
looked so young. You know.
And she used to cut our hair all the time.
Yeah, I remember. She was gonna make me look like Dorothy Hamill
Oh, yeah.
in the
Well,
backyard on a stool.
The best spot in the neighborhood was the vacant lot there forever and ever.
Oh yeah.
Before there was a house, that was
Yeah,
the
'cause there
perfect
was
place
a
to play.
stream and the brook.
It was a swamp.
Yeah.
It's just the
Where's
perfect place.
that? Which
You know the
But
little
they
the little
drove the
two
house in
houses
on the
over that
back
little
of a
white house.
flatbed.
Oh,
Like
okay.
one
That
of those
has only
before?
been there, my guess is what, 10 or 15 years, Dad,
Yeah,
maybe.
I've been there too long.
And so for our whole time growing up, that was the vacant lot.
And
It
it
was
would
the
just be a
perfect place to
big
play
hill.
Yeah.
because it was nobody's yard, and and it was like swampy and it was overgrown.
Everybody
It was
cut
just
all their cuttings and everything like that.
it was like being in the woods.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Your mother came down the hill one day on a bicycle and just going right through the woods.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Barely missed the mailboxes, or maybe
Yeah.
she even hit the
I
mailbox.
don't know. She's going to show you how to ride a bicycle anyway.
That was the first time she'd ever been on a bike that didn't have back brakes.
Oh.
She's coming down the hill going backwards.
I did the
Nothing.
same thing. I did the same thing with my kids. I
Yeah.
ended up, oh my God.
Because it was my new bike.
We lived on a hill too.
Yeah.
I was going down the hill, and I couldn't stop the bike, and so I headed for the grass. I figured, well, I'm going to crash.
Yeah.
And no doubt about that, and I did. I crashed.
Oh,
Now
Yeah.
there was the neighbors. When people next door, soon after they moved in, they had two little boys, and they left their tricycle in front of our house. One of the boys climbed into the truck and put it in neutral, drove right down the hill, and was only stopped by driving his own tricycle. Trashed it, but it stopped the truck.
Oh my God, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Who did it?
I don't know, Richie or Steven put it in neutral and just like.
I bet I'm
That was Steven.
Who did that, Daddy?
What's
Must have been Stephen.
This must have been before the time Amy and Mark would run around with their capes and be Wonder Woman. When Mrs. Bloom made you those towel capes.
She was always doing something nice.
Yeah. She was a sweetheart.
Yeah. She's retiring this year, right?
Oh, she is?
2 more years, I think.
Oh, she keeps changing it every time I talk to
No,
her.
this isn't her last. I think she's got a year or 2.
Oh.
What does Dick do these days?
Drive truck, I assume.
Let me guess. Washes his truck.
That's my guess. Of course, we were joking. She just went on a cruise. I think I told you, April vacation with Allison. And of course, all the teachers were going, does Dick know? Because they just do their own separate thing. And they've been married for, what, 36 years, 37 years? They're very happy. They just do their own thing.
I think she said David got divorced, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Mark's
Mark just
married,
got married.
but his wife has cystic fibrosis and is not particularly healthy.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know David got a divorce.
Yep.
Wow.
I want to say like several years ago.
Wow.
And so he's been doing his bicycle, motorcycle thing.
Wow.
Sarah.
You doing his gymnast thing again?
I don't think so.
I know. He was always so big.
That was quite a show. I remember one time going with Mommy and Fee and they did glow in the dark.
Oh, that was weird, huh?
That was cool.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I
when
do.
when David was in high school and he did all the
Oh, you guys have a
gymnastic
crush on him?
stuff.
Oh, he was,
No.
I thought he was.
But he was
always
very
so
muscular.
Like, muscular.
Oh.
He was always
He worked-
wicked muscular.
He worked those muscles.
Remember this, Bob?
Your mating call to David?
Bobby and David wouldn't go knocking on the door to each other. They just go out and do that call, and the other one would come running.
Or
I remember
answer,
that.
honey?
There's a lot, you're gonna have a lot of bites, both bites on your
Uh-oh, that's not good.
leg. Because they keep ending with
Yeah,
O.
that was wicked funny. I remember that.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Was Daddy good?
Oh, your daddy was good. Yeah, he was a
My
good
folks
boy.
in the past were really nice.
Wait, hey, Sarah.
What was the hideous day of your life? What was Daddy's life?
What
The
was
hideous
what?
day of my life?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I don't
Wait till
know.
we get home.
I think there's a picture. He had these glasses that look like this. And
That was you. Sarah?
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 What was my daddy's funniest day? Why was my dad have funniest
Funniest day?
I
I don't know.
when my dad
probably when he dressed up like Grandpa. And he put on Grandpa's pants and stuffed up with,
Speaking from the person who
Clothes.
was dressed like Mummy
And
sitting next to him.
put a pipe in his mouth and pretended that he was, one day your dad pretended that he was Grandpa and put on all Grandpa's clothes.
Yeah.
When Grandpa and,
Back when they were real big.
Yeah.
And now it's like, whoa.
yeah. I remember they were, you were probably watching TV and Mommy was having a nap or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We were left to have to figure out something to do.
Must have been one of the, you know what?
Bob, I got this great idea. Let's dress up in Mommy and Daddy's clothes.
Well, that was
Be so
Bobby's
cool.
idea.
Must have been one of the days the tubes wasn't working on the TV set.
Yeah. Hold the mirror.
You
Turn
shoot
it
them
straight.
there off the wall.
Yeah.
We'd be trying to watch something on a Saturday afternoon, and Dad would come by. How can you see anything? It'd be like snow. Let me fix that. No.
Please don't.
And he'd start playing with the tubes.
Then
What do
he'd
you
take
think?
the
And
mirror off the
no.
wall.
He first of all he'd like lay behind it. How is it now? Fine. He'd come up going, that's not fine. I just want to watch my movie.
And then the show's over by the time it's fixed. Then there were the antennas, like the coat hangers in the rooms. Like, you're just gonna hold it just so.
We went out to the garage one time, and Dad goes to shut the door, and the whole thing fell off the track on my head. I'm like, I practically got knocked out cold.
The other TV stories with Dad is when the TV's left on all night, you go in to shut it off. Oh, I'm just resting my eyes. I'm
Karen
watching
can
it.
relate to those.
I go through that.
I was watching that.
And then he turns it back on, and 5 minutes later, same thing. He's asleep, and the
Watching
TV's
the
on.
Spanish channel.
Yeah.
Or MTV.
I was watching MTV.
Karen watches the program. If Christopher Lowell, that little guy, is on there, and she can sleep through that. I go in and change it. Wait, whoa. She wakes up right away.
Well, first of all, Christopher Lowell is on at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday
Until
through
about 9
Friday.
o'clock.
Watching all that off.
What are you trying to say, Dad? She's home from work a lot? What are you trying to
No,
say?
this little guy over. You ever seen him?
No.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's just wonderful.
He's on. You put a flower over here. Put a flower over there. Isn't that nice, Jill? You like that?
Oh.
Put a flower over here.
Oh, please.
A little red over here, a little bit of green up there.
Better
That's where you get all your good ideas, Karen,
I'm
huh?
sure he's better than the painting guy. Remember Daddy used to watch the painting
Oh, in the
guy?
morning, Sunday mornings.
Why? What my music?
Sure, I watched the guy paint a picture. What's the matter with that?
And then there was the AM radio and in the car, the talk radio.
Oh, we have that all the time.
I have
You're
that too
talking
with
to,
Todd.
Second generation Becker here. We have the AM going, I tell ya. We get the news. Nobody can talk in the car until the news and the sports are done.
Oh, okay.
So let me try.
So how'd you get into yard sales, Dad? You certainly passed that on, too.
What? Oh, I
Why,
don't
you
know.
go to yard sales?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
On occasion.
Susan doesn't. She wouldn't get caught dead. She won't even ride in the car with us when we go.
Oh.
Not if I'm on the way to something. I already went through that forever. Oh, yard sale. Ah! You're gonna be late. It doesn't matter. It looks like they had a really
You gotta be
good
late in our family, big deal.
Daddy would be proud.
Didn't you like to go to the flea market and sell your stuff and go over a couple aisles and buy something
Bandanas.
else?
Yeah, you'd sit there all day so you could make enough money to buy fries.
Yeah.
You know that, Beth? You'd sit there all day and sell books and make enough money to go buy fries.
No, or a piece of fried dough.
Yeah, fried dough.
Uh,
Actually, that was back when there was about 12 rows of people total.
there weren't that many. We used to go up there, it was 2.5 rows.
Yeah, it was like nobody there.
We spent, what, 3 hours there today?
Maybe.
Honey. We'll have to have a little talk about this.
Good things today?
Yeah, actually, Jane bought a bunch of stuff today. I didn't buy too, but Jane, I mean, it was one of those days where we almost ran out of money.
Did you want her? You had a sleepover?
Yeah.
Did you want her? She'd have to get up wicked early to go to the flea market first?
She didn't care.
She didn't? Wow.
Molly's easy to get along with,
Watch out, Sarah.
okay? Yeah, Molly got some things. I got so many movies.
I haven't been yet this year. I don't know.
I got a $20 bike.
Ooh.
That's right, you did get a bicycle.
It's awesome.
Oh, that was the bike that was at my house today?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. Josh Cole pulls up in the driveway today, and he's got Doug Goodile with him. So I said, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And so he tells me, and I didn't recognize Doug, and I said, "Well, who's this with you?" And it was Doug, and like I should know Doug. I used to take care of Doug.
Right,
you know?
right.
But I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah,
You
got
know? Yeah, he really is. But I just saw him Friday night. You know, I just saw Doug with his mother and father.
Well, it's funny that when we were kids, Daddy, the school bus would pull up, and this would be like the only stop. You know, from you know this development would basically fill up the bus. You know, there were kids everywhere. Every house had
Now the buses go all through here. They didn't do that.
No, not even for like first grade. You know, we have to walk all the way to Colonial. Actually, when it first, I think initially we could go to the end of Mayflower. For whatever reason, they pick you up at the corner of Mayflower, you know, way over there, and then they stopped even doing that, and you go to the end of Colonial
Same
Road.
age he's in Cub Scouts with Doug Goodile.
Did you guys go to that playground down there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we used to go there all the time. We used to go sliding there in the
Still there?
winter too.
That was the only hill.
Yeah.
You walk all the way up there to go about 3 feet down the hill.
I remember
that was good
you
sliding,
used to go to
yeah.
Christian doctrine to learn how to be good Catholics and so forth. Then everybody fought all the way home on the bus.
Oh yeah, they had huge problems.
That playground.
And actually, it was some of our neighbors up the street that were the worst offenders.
Oh yeah. Because I remember I rode the bus one day going home.
Hey,
Hey, you, sit down, shut up. You, sit down, shut up.
Yeah.
That was the best ride we ever had.
And it wasn't a very long ride from
No, it wasn't.
St. Peter Marion.
Dan,
But some of them
Auntie
were
Amy,
awful.
getting a bug light.
Oh, thank you.
Twice.
Well, I'm sure I told you the story. The girls tease me because for 9th grade, Boy Scouts and CCD met the same night. So I convinced Mommy that Boy Scouts, let me go to Boy Scouts and you can like teach me at home for CCD. Well, the next year to start grade 10, we had to go because it was confirmation year. And they gave you a test for everything you learned the year before. So the woman comes in the second week and says, you know, I don't know how many kids were, like 50, 60 kids in confirmation class. She goes, only one person passed the test for last year. She walks over and gave me the test. Who'd you have last year? I said, I didn't go. That was horrible.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Susan teases me about sending the kids to the
Yeah, I'm
religious
sure
school.
that's fun. Yeah. Is it fun? Kindergarten class?
Yeah, we get to play games.
Sarah, Auntie Susie wants to know if you like your religious school.
No, she just answered. She said she got to play games. Oh, Sam, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Is it fun there?
We have 2 children. Try to remember that.
Fun there? Good.
Whoa.
Did you drink all that by yourself?
No.
So, Daddy, how did you and Karen meet?
Oh, I don't know. She was looking for a good-looking guy. I guess I was the one that was. Is that what it was?
She couldn't find one, so then
No, wait a minute now. No.
We met in Friendly's.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. She said, wow. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
She's totally rolled over.
understand. Yeah. I said, if you go over here and stand in line, and your turn will come.
Which friendly?
Highland Street.
Oh, it's not even there anymore. You've been
No.
going together a long time.
Oh, they do like that?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
been
long
quite a
since been
while.
demolished.
Bob used to ride his bike
I
there.
know.
Well,
We
I,
used to
I,
hear
don't-
about
I
how
think the
awesome he
building
was
is
because
still
he'd
there.
ride his bike all the way to Friendly. It
No,
wasn't
it's
too
not.
long he
West
didn't get his
Friendly's
dumb
a West
license.
Yeah, it is. Awful.
And then his bike got stolen. I
He's the
remember
only
that.
20-year-old that doesn't have his license, but it's not awesome. He can ride his bike to Highland
There was
Street.
this one waitress in there, and it seemed like we got her every single time we went there. She was the sloppiest looking person I've ever seen in my life. I mean, really
No, go to Sue's work.
sloppy. And she always wore, you know how they wear
Oh, that
the
girl.
Friendly's t-shirt?
Sure.
She always had this grease spot right on the end of her boob.
Ew.
And that was a very scary
you know
thing.
it's grease?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the same shape as your burger? Here you go.
But that wasn't anywhere near as bad as when Joey used to work there and his friend would service us while I was pregnant.
That was awesome. His friend Dan, who thought
disgusting.
bathing was like not a good idea. Dan walked by one time, Jim almost threw up. It was so.
Man, yeah.
They used to encourage him to bathe before he came to work. Oh, come on. You
Yeah,
know?
all right, I don't know what it was.
Ugh.
The end of diversion to water.
Well, as Dad, I'm sure told, I mean, I worked at Highland Street Friendlies for about a year, and it was a strange mix of employees. There were some kids from WPI. There was some people from like downtown Worcester. It was just a really bizarre group of individuals working there.
Yeah.
We had a guy one time who was on parole for, from like Walpole or something.
Oh.
Leanne, what happened to your leg? Scratched or something?
That?
Yeah.
No, just some
Sit here in a minute. Get into me. I'm gonna go get a. Yes, sir.
Did Mama take ballet?
Did I ever take ballet? No. I can never tell the difference between a tutu and a moo-moo.
Oh,
So, Daddy, what do you think you're gonna miss the most about 35?
35.
Flower Circle.
your memory.
Where you
I've been
live.
35 for a long time, eh? Oh, I don't know. It's very central. But I think I'm going to like my new house, too. New house offers a lot of things. This house doesn't.
But I mean, there must be.
Well, I got a two-car garage. I got a cellar. I got a big yard.
But I mean, what are the things you like most about your house? This house. Like, what
Well,
do you
I
think?
like the location. The location is good. You're close to everything.
I didn't like it anyway.
I don't know if I'm that wild about holding. They got so many rules and regulations. Don't do this, don't do that. You know.
Don't water your lawn.
Yeah. Don't water your lawn. You can't build this, you can't do that. You gotta, you know.
But you have to admit too, this was a great neighborhood to raise your kids in and to grow up in, and the schools were great. And
Oh yeah, that's
I mean-
fine, sure.
Debbie, why don't you get off of the chair to get
It's funny to think how different it was when Dad moved here. It was like being in the country.
It was
You know,
always. Yeah.
No McDonald's,
I know that. I remember.
no
when that-
Dunkin'
No,
Donuts.
no friendlies.
Iron
None of
Donuts.
that places.
I'm gonna be.
I'm not even sure. Was Iron Dolly's there when you moved in?
It was King Supermarket was there, and Iron Donuts came in after that.
And the bank was right next door.
Yeah, that was bank was there for a while.
Well, the bank wasn't there for that. Iron Dolly's was there for a while before the bank came in.
I think so.
Because when the bank came in, they had a promotion where you could go wait in line, and of course we did that over and over.
Oh, that was for the ATM machines.
Because it used to be the elephants would come to that parking lot. Remember the elephants for the circus would come?
Oh yeah,
and
they
we'd
had
go down?
elephants up there, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making that up.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like the tiger under the table.
What?
No, the elephants, really, they would have, when the elephant would come, I remember going down to see him, and then, I don't know
That was before
what,
my time.
must have been some circus, I guess.
Yeah, they did have elephants up
No,
there.
that.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Mammoth Mart.
Yeah, that's where I got my dress for Uncle Steve's wedding, 50 cents.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. The only problem was it was so itchy.
Oh.
I had to wear it. Had no choice.
How about when the carnival was at the the men's club? You could stand here and hear it.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go yet? No.
Oh,
That
we
was
went
cool,
once. We went on a
Carnival.
Friday night.
Sure,
When I was high school, I went drunk. Like, huh?
I believe that.
Oh, just over there. Go ahead if you want.
Actually, I'm folding it up.
No, why don't you write it right in here? Can you write it in here? No, I think we're going in the house in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting cold, Daddy.
Yeah.
Can these chairs go back in the house?
Can I use it? Wait. Vance, I can use that for you. Wait a sec. Wait. 11 more people to end. 11 more people. Yes, dear. 22. Don't aim it towards me. I'm after you then. No, Mackenzie is. No, because I was You were gone. So? We didn't finish this year. She said she'd save it for me. No, we didn't. We was talking to Sam. I'm after you. Okay, well. Gee, ow. Stand up. No, I'm not. No, how much you want to bet? You took it from her? No. Yeah. You gave it to me. That's Gina. I'm after you. Yeah, whatever. Gina, you're having it after her, and then I'm getting it. I'm not Gina. I said Gina. Sorry. It's okay. I like that name. Gina is my name. What isn't Jocelyn? Gina's my nickname. No, it isn't. How much you want to bet? What? How much you want to bet? Bet what? That Gina's your nickname. It is. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. You just made that up. No, I didn't. Gina, she said that her nickname is your name. What? Mackenzie, I didn't say it was. I said I want it to be. Yeah.
Together. Somebody's gonna have to take a couple home with them.
Listen, Alana. I'm leaving. Watch out. Oh my God, Peter. No, I don't think so. What? Yeah. Mackenzie was gonna have it. But his after her is black. That would be Kyle's getting black. I'm gonna get to her. Right, Jocelyn? I know, I'm just moving right here. Chocolate. After they're done, I know. Sorry. Bathroom. Here.